It might be the same thing, it might be a different thing, but let me ask you a ridiculously big philosophical question about beauty. Dostoevsky said beauty will save the world in The Idiot, one of my favorite books of his. What is beauty to you? You've created through this intersection of engineering and nature. You've created some incredibly beautiful things. What do you think is beauty?
That's a beautiful question.
Maybe it is connected to the love question.
It is connected to the love question. Of course, everything is connected to the love question.
Okay.
To me, beauty is agency. To me, something that has agency, it is beautiful. There is this special quote from Buckminster Fuller, which I cannot remember word for word, but I remember the concept, which goes something like this. When I work on a problem, I never think about beauty. But when I'm done solving the problem and I look at what I've created and it's not beautiful, I know that I was wrong.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's a kind of an agency that speaks to, quote unquote, the objective function of the creation, right? Whether for Bucky it's useless or useful.
So this idea of empowerment that you talked about
Yes.
is fundamentally connected to it.
Comes back to that, yeah.
What's the difference that you hinted at between empowerment and emergence? Is emergence completely lacks control? Is it, and empowerment is more controlled? There's an agent making decisions. Is there an interesting distinction there?
Yes. I think empowerment is a force with direction. It has directionality to it. Emergence is, I believe, multi-directional. Again, that depends on the application. Emergence is perhaps, in terms of sort of a material definition, is the isotropic spirit, when empowerment is the anisotropic counterpart. I think they overlap, because I think that empowerment is a way of inspiring emergence. I think emergence does not happen without empowerment, but empowerment can happen without emergence.
Do you think of emergence as the loss of control? Like when you're thinking about these capsules and then the things they create, is emergence a thing that is not a desirable conclusion?
I love that question, because to some of us, the loss of control is control. In design, we're used to like extreme levels of control over form and the shape of a thing and how it behaves and how it functions. And that's something we've inherited from the Industrial Revolution. But with nature, there's this diversity that happens without necessarily having a reward function, right? This is good or bad. Things just happen, and some of them happen to have wings and some of them happen to have scales. And, you end up with this incredible potential for diversity. So I think the future of design is in that soft control, is in the ability to design highly controlled systems that enable the loss of control. And creativity is very much part of this, because creativity is all about letting go and beginning again and beginning again and beginning again. And when you cannot let go, you cannot be creative, and you can't find novelty. But I think that letting go is a moment that enables empowerment, agency, creativity, emergence. And they're all connected. They are sort of associate themselves with definition of destiny or the inevitable. A good friend of mine shared with me elegant definition of fate, which is the ratio of who you are and who you want to be.
Ratio of who you are, who you want to be.
Exactly. And that sort of ends up defining you.
Yeah.
And those tools, I think, when you let go, you sort of find you give peace to your will, right? To a sense of will. And so I think that's very, very important in design, but also in life.